Homegrown Radio.
Hi, this is Homegrown Food for Thought with Des and Musa. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're joining back with us, welcome back. Today on our plant profile, we'll be doing, what are we doing today?
We're doing elderberry. We're doing the elderberry plant, one of my favorite plants, medically speaking.
Medically speaking, okay. So what are the certain medical benefits that you're talking about?
Well, there's a whole lot. So, for example, they are diuretic. So if you know, sometimes when you've had a very high sodium diet, something with lots of salt, you've eaten copious amounts of biltong, something that's salty, your body, your cells accumulate water, they store the water, which gives you that bulk bloated feeling. So diuretics are usually used to eliminate the water from the body. So if elderberries are a natural diuretic, you would just go out there and put some, get a few, either bit of the berries. I usually use the berries, a tablespoonful. I just pop them in my mouth and
on camera there. Just a few of them is good. And
so diuretic means that you're passing urine more often, releasing all the fluid in the body.
Which would make sense because most people don't know this. Elderberries, as they are toted for all their medical uses, the leaves are used for treating swelling and flu and cold. You can make a tea out of the leaves. They have those elderberry teas. The flowers are actually edible. You can have them raw on a flower or on a salad. You can also have the berries, but caution.
Make jam with them.
Yeah, you can make jam with them. The berries need to be cooked if you're going to have copious amounts. Reason being is that the berries and the bark are actually slightly toxic.
They have a bit of they have cyanide.
And that is what actually triggers that diuretic reaction. So your body's like, oh, what's this? I got to get it out. So that's what initiates that quote unquote cleansing process. But not to harm your body.
Yes.
Yeah, not to the point where it's harmful, but to the point to influence your body. Like, okay, we need to get everything out. So it's a very nice plant to use for cleansing.
Detoxing.
Detoxing. Let's say detoxing. Most cultures actually, or let me say the larger cultures are familiar with this because there are a multitude of species of elderberries spanning all the way from North and South America to Africa to Asia. So worldwide, traditionally speaking, this has been one of the foremost plants that they use medicinally, wherever it is. Yeah.
It also sparked a lot of interest during the late Dr. Sebi era, where he used it in combination with other plants like mullein and burdock and all sorts of these plants to help with healing his subjects. It came out a lot during that time. It gained a lot of popularity. When we were kids, we would just enjoy the berries. If you want to use guinea pigs, kids are the kids
just about anything.
Just go out. And it's just so funny because we used to eat so many of these, and you'd get the stronger person that is inside the tree, literally just. Then if you're not as strong and you can't get in there because you're scared of maybe snakes, you're dependent on the person that's there, the bully that's there eating all the berries to just give you some. So I remember that the bullies used to actually, often they would have a lot of digestive issues. Be it from peach trees and so on.
Too many berries.
Yes, kids just ate a lot. They experimented with a lot of things. And obviously, because, during the time there was no medical aid and no medical cover, no one got sick. We would never really know which were the plants that were keeping us healthy and keeping our cells in check. And
because ultimately food is medicine, and
food is medicine.
This is one of those medicinal foods.
And with all the built-up areas where we live, so a lot of the build has displaced plants. Therefore, we're pretty much in the back foot where plants and healing are concerned. So we just, as Homegrown Farm, we have a few of these beautiful plants. We also got the periwinkle, but elderberry is one of my favorite trees on the farm, and I make sure that it's very well watered during winter, and we just nourish it and keep it nice and healthy. Keep the dogs away from it, because I feel that if it has cyanide in it, you don't want your puppies getting in there.
Yeah, because your puppies will
messing around.
Same way as kids, they'll eat just about anything.
Yeah, or goats.
Or goats. Yeah. So just as a measure, be cautious with your intake of the berries. But overall, this is a wonderful plant, very good medicinally. Just a few things to watch out for if you are attempting to cultivate this yourself is that elderberries require a lot of nitrogen. So you need composts. Right? You need a very rich soil to nourish these.
We use chicken manure.
So we have chicken manure, we have rabbit manure, we have goat and sheep manure. So we have what it is necessary to make these wonderful florets and beautiful and berries and whatnot. So if you are attempting to cultivate it yourself, it does feed heavy. It does like a lot of nitrogen. It
grows very leafy, and I assume that the leaves are there to cover the berries, because you're going to have to look quite deep to see the berries. So what happens is that they flower like that, they produce because they're susceptible to being eaten by the birds. So most of the time you don't get much until so fortunately for us, this particular tree has really blossomed this year, but you find that the berries are right underneath. This is what plants or most plants do to protect their species. They're protecting their seed. Obviously, the seed is in there, and then they grow a whole lot of leaves around it so that it does not attract the birds.
And that's for the meantime. So this plant right here is still going to stretch, because once it's made its berries, it needs a way for those berries to get out. So when it's come to its full ripeness, that's when it will allow the birds or what have you to gain access. And also, one thing that will inform the direction it grows is sunlight. All plants need a lot of sunlight, and they like to grow towards the light. So as you can see, the sun always comes this way. Where we've planted this elderberry plant, it always gets sun in this direction. As you can see, the flowers are pointing that direction, the leaves are pointing that direction, because that's what it needs for photosynthesis. So they like full sun, a lot of nitrogen. Keep them well watered. They are a tree, so they will die back in the winter, but so long as their woody structures are up, they will come back. So don't think when you're going to autumn, like, oh my goodness, I killed this tree. No. It will do that, and then it will come back in. There are a variety of species. Depending on which species you do have, they can grow as big as proper trees.
This one grows up to about 2 meters, 2.2, 2.4 meters.
I think this is the dwarf elderberry. I'm not entirely sure, but I have to check. But
it was given to me as a gift, so I'm not sure either.
Gift,
but it goes up to about 2 meters. I don't know if that's a dwarf, but
it's still small.
We'll see. It's only about 3 years old.
Yeah, okay then.
And it's already producing berries.
Probably not a dwarf then.
Yeah. So, thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you again. Remember, in the comments section, we need those comments. We'd love to hear what your views are, or if you have any additional information around the items and the plants that we talk about. We'd really much appreciate that. So, out for now.